It's me again, Kimberly Epphone Hunter III, your psychological warfare expert, narcissistic behavioral pattern, social studies scientist, and retired card game player. Today we're going to be looking at the psychological meanings of handshakes regarding specific social dynamics. Now, handshakes could mean many different things to many different people depending on who you're shaking hands with, what it aligns with, the intention behind the shake. Well, let's get down to the meanings of these shakes and how they could resonate throughout your life. Sometimes a handshake signifies a simple token of appreciation. Other times it could mean friendship, but the main reason why we shake people's hand, to my understanding, is to signify a business partnership, right? So just remember everything else I mentioned before that. Handshakes can be totally unrelated to business, so I want to break down the various meanings of how an individual shakes your hand, what it can mean for you, what it can mean to the person you're shaking hands with, and how it affects the overall relationship, positively or negatively. Obviously, you don't want to be shaking hands with people who do not have good intentions for you, but oftentimes, when we shake a person's hand, it's just a normal thing to do. We aren't really thinking about why we are doing it sometimes. We just easily agree to do it. Yet any person who understands the concept of basic social dynamics knows damn well they are not going to want to shake hands with an individual they dislike, they do not agree with, or maybe somebody who just has bad intentions for them. To me, that's the definition of shaking hands with a snake charmer. So, if you start out shaking hands with anybody and everybody, a lot of the times you're shaking hands with people who may not like you or wish you well at all. If anything, they dislike you. They don't have good intentions. So they're doing it to pretend like they want something with you, but they don't want anything with you. They don't even know what they're doing, other than lying, and they even lie to themselves. So let's dabble a little bit into the psychology of shaking hands with a person who may not like you, has bad intentions for you, maybe just doing it to pretend like they like you when they never did, or all of the above. Yet as above, so below, baby. Watch out for the snake charmer because they will easily tell you everything you like to hear, even when they know they are a straight up liar and they're lying to your face. Here's how you'll know. The grip of the handshake when you extend your hand. That alone makes it very easy to tell whether you're rocking with a snake charmer who doesn't like you, or you're actually shaking hands with somebody you can learn to call a friend, colleague, ally, or business partner. So the snake charmer's grip will lack confidence and show vulnerability, weakness, uncertainty, and a very timid-like behavioral pattern. So when you come in for the shake with the snake charmer, yeah, they're gonna shake your hand, but even though they're shaking hands with you, it's a whole damn lie, a charade and spectacle. So the handshake isn't real. You go to extend your hand to shake hands with the snake charmer. The snake charmer will have a very limp, weak, reserved, and uncertain tight grip. You can already tell they don't want to shake your hand. But aside from shaking your hand, pay attention to symptoms such as nervousness, fear, uncertainty, and vulnerability. This can all be shown throughout their body language, eye movements, speech patterns. It's not so easily detectable when a person's entire mission is to lie constantly, because you have to remember, they not only lie to you in the process of shaking your hand, they're a compulsive liar, and they need to validate their lies so much that their one-sided ultimatums and deceptions go as far not just to lie to you or their social circle, but to lie to themselves in the process, because they took rational thought and the meaning of life and flipped the script on it to defy science and challenge the meaning of life as a whole. So you'll have these one-sided ultimatums from the snake charmer, who is a compulsive liar and a bastard. So they're even lying to themselves somewhat, and you have to keep this in mind. Remember, they don't like you, they don't value your time, friendship, work ethic, or loyalty, because they're shaking hands with an entire lie, in a sense that they don't care about you. They care about what can happen for them, and it's a one-sided situation. The whole damn handshake is built on one big lie. The snake charmer lies to you in order to convince you that shaking their hand is something good when it's only good for them and bad for you. So you seal the deal on a partnership or mutual agreement right before they decide to fuck you over. And I've warned you guys, now you know what to look out for. The next time an HR manager or somebody along the lines of that decides to hire you on in a new company where you're just getting started at work, pay very close attention to everything I mentioned, what to look out for. That way you'll know whether or not you're shaking hands with an ally, a place where you can experience growth, or an actual snake charm. Now, in terms of simply being a friend, or showing a kind gesture in a different social dynamic, the symptoms will be the exact same as everything I just mentioned, only you don't have to overthink it. The same thing, it's just in a different situation. Somebody who shakes your hand like the snake charmer doesn't want to be your friend any more than the HR manager who shook your hand to sell you a lie. Just remember that. But I want to actually talk now about the kind of person who shakes your hand because they legitimately want you in their friendship circle. They legitimately like you. They're interested and value what you have to offer their company or business, because a lot of people will fuck you over in life if you allow them and they can get away with it. Yet we cannot always control people who are disliking us and hating us any more than we can control people who do like us and see things that they enjoy or value in us. Anyways, here's the handshake that tells no lie. It's a sealed deal of authenticity, friendship, partnership, loyalty, and mutual understanding. Now, I'm not saying some of these things don't require compromise depending on how you see things and how the other person sees things. I'm just saying the snake charmer's handshake has many detectable lies and deceptions. And I already explained with their limp handshake, which oozes weakness, vulnerability, and fakeness. But when you're actually rocking with people who want to rock with you too, the handshake will tell you the truth, unlike the liar. So unlike the snake charmer's loose grip and lack of confidence, this time you're shaking hands with an honest ally, a potential great partnership, a new company where you can really experience growth, and they value what you have to offer. It's very simple. The handshake is a firm grip, not overpowering, just a firm grip. Lasts no longer than 5 seconds. They want you on your team. They value your skills. They are investing in your time and energy. Because that's what it's really all about. The snake charmer, on the other hand, can only offer you a lie and leave you with nothing in the end. This time, the handshake means something different. It feels exactly like it's supposed to feel. Because when you were taught growing up the nature of handshakes, it's like you shake hands with somebody because you have a mutual understanding, you both want good things, and you're both in it to become a team, partner, friendship, or whatever the case. So it can't lie to you, and it seals the deal with a mutual agreement or understanding. I gotta end out the video just by saying I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but even when you juggle back and forth between the two different types of handshakes I just mentioned, regarding the snake charmer and the person who shakes your hand because it's real, if you go to shake a person's hand and they start adding in extracurriculars like doing some weird shit with it, they start twiddling their thumbs, overextending the time of the shake, and they go like this and they do some weird shit like that, it could mean the motherfucker's trying to recruit you into masonry, and you're like, fuck that shit, bro, I just wanted to work the drive-thru window. It's simply handing people their coffee and wishing them a good day, but now you're shaking hands with somebody who's doing extracurriculars, and you're like, fuck that shit, man. If your life's ambition is to live amongst secret societies, go ahead and do that, but we're not doing that shit here. We just want to work at the coffee shop. Now I'm cooking you for sport, and I'll bulldoze the building, 'cause being a useless turd is your business. Sorry, that's just my sense of humor. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, even if sometimes people do shake hands very strangely, overly dramatic or theatrical. But until next time, it's Kimmy Baby providing the skinny baby. Namaste, Aunt May. Kimmy's got a jet like your Doberman's vet, and I believe the time limit has expired on this video. It is 1:50 a.m. Saturday night, now 1:51, the 22nd. Have a good one.